Hey everyone, I'm back from playing the grand finale down at Wayne's World. Absolutely fantastic game. We were out there with a bunch of prophecy loaders and with the new speed feed or quick load lid system as we call it. And I just wanted to take some time to actually show you through how this works and why it's a little bit different from some of the other things on the market. Now it's an overmolded piece. There's a hard material and there's a soft rubber material. This is actually one of my prototypes and it's a little bit dirty because I've been using it so much. We are now heading towards production. Now one of the things to notice is that the actual lid system on the Prophecy is really large. You can see it's really nice and big. It's very easy to make sure you're lining up a pod and feeding your pod into it. And what that also allows us to do with the quick load lid system is make it so that the pod actually fits into the lid. Now this is really important. If I take it open, I'll show you why. Hopefully you can look in here and you can see the fins. When I take a pod and I put the pod in there, it automatically opens up all of those fins. So you very simply take your pod, line it up with the back of the loader, and as you do that, it opens up all of the fins inside to make sure that the paint drops in. Now you can, like most other systems, just put the pod on top and let the weight of the paint drop the balls in. But this system actually means that even if you only have a single ball in your pod, when you bring it up, you can still get that single ball to load. So if you put a pod down with only a few balls in it, or you haven't used all of your pod, you can still load all of that paint into your hopper. Huge opening for the lid is what allows us to do this system. And it means that whether you have a full pod or just a single ball in your pod, it will always load. Now, what we also have with this system is the ability at the start of the day to open it up, pour your paint in out of the bag without having to feed it through the fingers or having to fill a pod and use a pod to load your hopper. So you can open it up at the start of the day, and obviously at the end of the day when you want to empty your hopper, you can just open it up and pour the paint out. So that was it working with a single ball. I'll now fill a pod and show you how it works. Whoops, after spilling paintballs all over the floor and having my cats break in to chase them around my office, this is Rugby down here, hello. I figured we'd do that one again. I'm going to show you full pod of paint, Prophecy loader, open the pod, in goes the paint, all inside, turn it upside down, one ball comes out. Shake it really hard, you might get a couple of balls to come out. But I was playing with a 280 round capacity Prophecy this weekend and didn't spill a single ball during play. And then the other nice thing about this loader, as I showed you earlier, even if you just have a few balls left in the pod, you can still take it, dump them all into the loader, and they'll go inside. So you can reload even if you only have a couple of balls left in a pod. You can't do that with other speed feed systems because you have to have the weight of the balls in the loader in the pod to actually push the fingers out of the way. But with this one, because of the way it fits down and automatically opens the fingers, you can do it. Dual molded system. It's got a hard plastic piece with soft rubber overmolded fingers, and if you can take a close look at that, it's a little bit dirty because I've been using it all weekend. You can see that the fingers have these ridges on them, which mean that they fold in very easily, but those ridges stop them from opening up and it pushes against the edge so that they can't actually open. So the paint just goes in but won't come out. And what happens when the pod actually hits these fingers, it's very hard to show you on the camera. When the pod hits these fingers, it automatically deflects the fingers down completely to make sure that all the balls load. Alright?